Do you live in zones 4 through 9, have a sunny location in your garden, but it's a little bare and you need something to place there? Stay tuned because I have got the perfect plant for you. Hey friends, it is Jenny. Welcome to Gardening with Creekside. Today I am going to share with you this fantastic plant that hopefully you are well aware of and possibly might even have in your own garden. I am talking about a daylily. We are standing here in front of our house and we have got this massive, gorgeous hedge of just common yellow daylilies. Of course, remember we are in North Carolina, a zone 7B, and daylilies absolutely thrive here. Daylilies are a great old-timey classic perennial, means it comes back every year, in zones 4 through 9. That's where they really thrive. You can go up to a zone 3. You would just have to look at the specific variety. Again, we're a zone 7B. When we moved into our house 16 years ago now, we had this area in front of our house. Nothing is flat here at Creekside. Like everything has a slope to it. So when we first moved in, this whole lot was nothing but bare red clay. We had a lot of water issues. So we needed something to go here to help retain the water and to keep it from washing. My sweet mama had a bunch of just common yellow daylilies, and so we divided hers out and we planted this row. This is a double row. So we have a clump, one row, and then the second row kind of window panes behind it. These have been here for 16 years. Daylilies obviously are very long living. They perform beautifully. They will bloom for about 3 to 4 weeks during the season. Daylilies you'll have your early bloomers, mid bloomers, and late bloomers. This is the middle of June, and they always faithfully will bloom the middle of June for several weeks and are absolutely stunning. Now, if you want to grow a daylily, these are the conditions that you need to have. You need to have at least 6 hours of direct sunlight every day. If you get less sun than that, they may bloom, but they'll be very leggy and they'll tend to flop. This section does get intense all-day sun. Once the sun comes up in the summer, it's normally about 8 o'clock, and then it will receive full sun until 8 o'clock that night when the sun sets in the west. You also need to have moist but well-drained soil. This area right here, we do have irrigation on our lawn when it rains. Again, remember that's why I told you that we did these, is because we needed to stop water from rushing down through our yard. So this is moist, but it's not super wet. The daylilies themselves are not on irrigation. The lawn behind it is, and so the sprinklers shoot away from the daylilies, but obviously there is still some moisture there. You can fertilize them in the spring. If you really are trying to get your daylilies to start, that's a great option. Honest, full disclosure, I've never fertilized these daylilies. I just haven't. When we planted them, it was just regular, horrible North Carolina red clay, did not amend the soil at all. That's the beauty of daylilies. Basically, if you can get a clump and stick it in the ground, they will survive. It is hard to kill a daylily, which makes it such a magnificent perennial for beginning gardeners. When you plant them, on average, you want to plant them 18 inches apart. Again, when we planted these, they were very small daylilies because we had taken divisions of them. So on a general rule, about 18 inches apart if you're looking to create a big hedge like this. If you want to divide daylilies, this would be a great area to divide daylilies and share them, either move them to another part of your yard to spread out the daylily love, or you can give them away to your friends. If you want to divide a daylily, the fall, especially here in the south, is really the best time to do it. What you're going to want to do is take your shovel, dig up the whole daylily. Now these are massive, like it would be a chore to divide these because they are huge. You dig it up, and then you can either take a serrated knife and cut them, or if you're like me and you don't have all that time, you can just take your sharp shovel and just put the shovel in the middle of the daylily and then just stomp it and cut through the daylily. And as long as you have at least a couple of good nodes, a good chunk of the root, you can divide it as small as you want to. Again, that's what we did with my mama. We had a limited amount of supply, so as long as we had a good little section of it, this is what it turned into be. Now, I want to share with you some of the different daylilies that are currently blooming here at the nursery. I just cut some of these daylilies from the garden that are in bloom here at the nursery and our house. These came from the cottage garden bed that we did a tour of just the other week. They were not in bloom during that video, but they are in all their glory right now. So we're going to go through some of these. This first one, and these are all from Proven Winners. Just so you know, all of these daylilies are from Proven Winners. So we're going to give you all the details about them. Again, if you want more information, you can just go to their website and it gives you tons of information. That's provenwinners.com. So the first one we have is Ruby Spider. This is one of my favorites. Ruby Spider is just an absolutely glorious color. Has that dark burgundy maroon edge, I guess, on the outside, and then in the center is just a bright yellow. This is a large flower. I mean, there you go. She is big. So I love it because she is one of the first ones to bloom in the garden. And she is prolific, just absolutely covered. Now, a little daylily info for you. The stalk that the blooms are on is called a scape. The scape, of course, extends above the main plant and will hold all of your flowers. Now, daylilies are called daylilies because the bloom lasts for one day. But one scape can have a dozen blooms, buds on it during its bloom time. Now, if you will notice, on this scape, you will see we have some empty little nodules right here. Those were blooms that have already fallen off. So we had blooms, they fell off. Now, back over here, you can see that there is another bud. So this will take maybe in 2 or 3 days, this bud will be this bloom. So Ruby Spider, she will get about, I don't know, 3 feet tall. We'll put all the information up on the screen because honestly, Jenny can't remember right now. So we will give all the information for Ruby Spider, but I want you to make sure that you can see the color and know exactly what she looks like. Next, we have Shalom Peony Display. Now guys, this is an absolute showstopper, and she's not fully opened right now. So she is still opening up. Just a pale peach color. This is a shorter variety, only about maybe 24 inches tall. So I have her in the front of the garden bed where the other ones are towards the back. This has such an exquisite, unique daylily bloom. Most people don't even think that it's a daylily. I've put this on social media with pictures and people have gone nuts over it. So this is another fantastic, so daylilies come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. There's literally thousands of hybrids of daylilies. So just do a little research. When you find something you like, go ahead and get it. Again, look at all of those buds on there. Just tons of buds that would have come open if we hadn't cut it. So next is, this is one of my favorites. Can you guess why this is one of my favorites? Look at that color. Look how gorgeous. And you know what the name is? Primal Scream. It's fantastic. But doesn't it look like great Clemson orange color? It is. It's fantastic. So, you know, go Tigers. So Primal Scream, again, is going to be about the same height, shape as the Ruby Spider. Hot, hot orange color, absolutely gorgeous. It pops. Like in the morning, it absolutely glows in the garden. So gorgeous. Now, on the on the Primal Scream, when we were putting it in, this is an old bloom. So this could have been yesterday's bloom or the day before. So this is what an old bloom looks like. You can, to tidy up your plant, go out there and just pop these off. It was just on a little nodule right here, and in fact we were going to leave it on there and I was going to show you how just easy it is to pop off, and it just fell right off. So you can go out and deadhead your daylilies, but you do not have to. It does not affect your blooms. It simply just cleans up the plant. So there's no need to deadhead. Again, just do it if you want to make it look pretty. So Primal Scream is one of my favorites. And then just this morning, she's a little bit later, and I may be butchering this name, but that's okay, you know. This is Nosferatu from Proven Winners. Purple, deep purple colors. So this one is opening, probably was late yesterday opening up because it looks a little sad, and then you have the bud coming open on that one. So again, this just started blooming yesterday, so she has not gotten into all her glory yet, but just a great rich purple, I mean just so deep color. It's a fantastic one. So all of that to say is these are some that are blooming here at our house and at the nursery. But again, there are thousands of varieties of daylilies, so just do your research. Go to your local garden center. This is a great time of year to go because they are in bloom. So check it out, see what you like, grab some, take it home, plop them in the ground, and have fun with it. Remember, gardening should be fun, not stressful. I hope you have found this video about daylilies informative and that you have been encouraged to go out there and find a daylily that you love. Again, if you have a gardening friend or somebody that has daylilies in their yard, I bet I can almost guarantee that if you ask if you could have a little clump of their daylily, they would be happy to share it with you. So ask your friends who have gorgeous gardens if you can have a little clump. Anyway, have a great day. Make sure you like this video. If you're not already subscribed to Gardening with Creekside, please do so that you can get all these fantastic videos. Have a fabulous day, and we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks.